This is Cooking with Nono again. Today I'm going to do two things. I'm going to do some meatballs, and I'm also going to do a bruschetta as I promised. But this bruschetta is a little different. It's Central Italian style. So when I go through it, we'll see if you like it. These meatballs are a mixture of beef and turkey, lemon zest, an egg, progresso, breadcrumbs, and I cooked them ahead of time so we didn't have to waste time waiting for the meatballs to cook. So to get started, put the fire on. What I have done here is I've taken 2 tomatoes and I blanched them in hot water to take the skins off, and then I chopped them. So this is chopped fresh tomatoes. And in addition to that, I will add some commercial pasta sauce. Turn the heat on. Move it around a little bit. Make sure the meatballs are covered. And in typical Italian style, I'm going to add a few flakes of pepperoncino to give it a little bit of a zest. Not too much, because you don't want it hot. If you wanted it hot, you could add a lot, but that's enough for now. We'll just wait for these meatballs to cook. Turn the heat down. And I'm drinking some wine today, as usual. Now, you can't be an Italian cook and not drink wine at the same time. This wine that I'm drinking today is Montepulciano di Abruzzi. Abruzzi is a region of Italy that's east of Rome, and it sits on the Adriatic coast. So they make a pretty good wine. Not as good as Tuscany, but it's good. It's really, what's surprising about this is how smooth it is. It's got very little tannin to it, which is characteristic of Italian wines. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the bruschetta. I toasted 2 pieces of sliced Tuscan bread, which is really what you want. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush the bread with a mixture of olive oil, garlic, and anchovy. I cover it all up here. You know, you really can make some extra of this stuff and get some hot, warm, crusty Italian bread and serve it as bagna cotta. Those of you who are familiar with that, that crap they give you in Italian restaurants before your meal, it's nowhere near authentic. So now what I have here is some crushed, chopped, roasted red pepper. With the standard bruschetta, you would use tomato, but this is kind of an Umbrian twist to it. You know, it's interesting. Last night, I was watching a cooking show. I won't mention the name of it. But the person supposedly this guy's a professional cook, And here he is, he's cutting meat on a ceramic plate. And you should never cut meat on a ceramic because it will dull your blade. But worse than that, some Italian woman joined the program, and she had a prepared porchetta. And it was the typical rolls, Thai junk. There was no dill whatsoever. I mean, as far as Umbrian porchetta is concerned, I mean, it's got to have a lot of dill on it, in addition to fennel. But this thing just had fennel, which, I wouldn't say it's real porchetta. But to add insult to injury, they sliced the porchetta, they used the pork fat to make a roux, and then a gravy, and they poured gravy over porchetta. Can you imagine that? I mean, for people from Central Italy, that's the equivalent to a sacrilege to do something like that. But anyway, here's another twist to the bruschetta. Normally, you would use either a pecorino romano or a parmigiano reggiano, and that's good. It's a nice sharp cheese. But what I'm using here is some grated or shredded fontina, which is it's not a sharp cheese, it's a very sweet cheese, but I think between the red peppers and the fontina, this makes an excellent bruschetta. So this is what it looks like when it's done. You can put it in the oven and toast it if you want to melt the cheese, or you can eat it like this. It's your choice. So let's see how the meatballs are coming along. We can serve these meatballs. We can serve these meatballs in pasta sauce with spaghetti or linguine, or make some baked ziti with it. Anyway, we just let this cook for a while, and in the meantime, I'm going to be enjoying my wine. Again, this is another short video. Hopefully, in the future, if I get enough responses to it, I'll make some longer videos. But please let me know what you think. I believe this is my 5th video, and I've gotten some comments, but not too many. So, let me know if you like what I'm doing, if you want me to continue. Anyway, that's it for today. Ciao.